what's up, everybody? It's your boy Dan. We're back in this thing one more time, man. Our Dallas Mavericks, man, gets smacked by the Houston Rockets, man. 133-96. Man, we're here to talk about it, or whatever it is, man. Here's my co-host, man.
Hey, what's going on, fam, man? This is your boy John. Grab yourself something to drink. Sit back, relax. Let it be known. Sports. What's going on, man? What's going on?
Man, everything going on and going wrong. What can go wrong is going wrong.
That's a fact.
This is absolutely crazy. I don't even think I remember a season like this in Mavericks history, where it seems like you got a guy going down every week. Everybody's on IR. Like, I can't even blame the players at this point. Like, bro, you just ain't got nobody. We're literally playing without a center. We've been playing like this since Anthony Davis went down. Well, no, since Gafford went down. We've been playing like that. Without a center. We've been playing a 6'6" guy at center. Just to let you know what's going on. You know, but the Mavericks played the Rockets, man. It was close in the first quarter, and after that, it was downhill from there. The Rockets shot 48% from three. They ain't near 50% from three. Dallas shot average from three. They shot 36%. But that ain't going to help you when the team's shooting 48. Dallas shot good from the free throw line. This is what got us. The Houston Rockets had 67 total rebounds, and Dallas had 34. They almost broke a record on us. This is ridiculous. But this is to be expected because Rockets is one of the top teams in rebounding, and Dallas don't have any bigs. And the Rockets played like they should have. They crashed the glass off of every miss. They had 2 or 3 guys crashing the glass. And that's what you should do when you play a team that's severely undersized, because the chances of you getting the offensive rebound is extremely high, because it's going to take at least 2 guys to keep Şengün off the glass. So you got 2 guys trying to box out Şengün, and then you got other guys looking for somebody. The numbers are just in your favor, man. Dallas took care of the ball good today. You know, they only had 7 turnovers. So it was literally the 3-point shooting and the rebounding that really killed them. You know, so it's just like they made sure Dallas was one and done. Dallas didn't get many second chance opportunities, and they got second chance opportunities. They almost had 20 offensive rebounds. They had 17. We got into this, man. Max Christie, brother. Not looking for you to play like a star. But, man, 2 points in 34 minutes, man. You went 1 for 13, my brother. I wish we could have benched you. I wish. We just ain't got nobody. We just ain't got nobody to bench you, brother. Shout out to Brandon Williams, man. He has been consistently balling. He has a lot of his bag, man. And the Houston Rockets is a good defensive team, and he was out there. He was going to work, man. On the Houston Rockets side, man, Tari Easton had 30. Surprisingly, Şengün only had 16. He had 15 rebounds, but he only had 16. Jalen Green had 23. So nobody just went like really crazy. It was just the offensive. It was just a rebound and the 3-point shooting. But Tari Easton had 30, his career high. And after the game, they asked him, what helped him get this 30 points. And he said the hard work he'd been putting in, him being prepared, ready to play. Dude, what helped you get 30 points is you played a sorry Dallas Mavericks team. You played the G League team tonight, man. Dallas is missing about 8 to 9 key guys. Just understand that, man. Like you know what it is. When Dallas was healthy, last time we played y'all, you see what it is. When PJ Washington was guarding you,
got that work.
You seen what it was. He was on lock. Şengün was on lock. Like you seen what it was. Like, so just call it for what it is. Hey, I took advantage of the opportunity. They short some guys. I went out and I did what I was supposed to do. That's what it was. Y'all came out. Houston, y'all did what y'all was supposed to do. You're supposed to smack us. If y'all was short of men, I would expect Dallas to come in and do the same exact thing. Smack you. So, hey, I don't take nothing away from you guys winning, but don't sit there and lie to the media. Acting like you just, you're in rare form because I've been putting in work. Like, bruh, come on, dog. Like, you ain't in no rare form. Like, you hoop like this tonight because look at what you're going against. You had a 6'4" guy guarding you. Yeah, you're cooking him. He's small. Come on, man. And Spencer Dinwiddie guarding Şengün. Spencer Dinwiddie 6'4". He on there grabbing Şengün. He got Şengün like Şengün treating him like a little kid. You know when you do a little kid, when you spin him around the circle? That's how Şengün was doing our guys tonight. They was holding on for dear life. Come on, man. John, what's your take, man? What's your take on this, man?
Could possibly go wrong? As it turned out, everything.
Facts.
Just when you think nobody else can get hurt, lo and behold, Dante Exum gets hurt, breaks his hand, along with not having a center or even a guy that's 6'10" to play center. We got people playing. We got swing man playing center, 6'6", 6'7". And we're going against 7-footers. In any level of basketball, I don't care what level that is. If you have no big or any sign of a big, you're going to get ran out the gym, man. And if they smart, they're going to get inside like they did tonight, punish us, and run us out the gym.
Yeah.
Simple as that. We was good on turnovers. Shot the free throws pretty well. I mean, ain't much you can do, man.
That's why I say I don't blame the players. Like,
I don't blame the players or the coaches. I mean, it's like
you lost where you supposed to lose at.
Right.
Found it. Like, and inside, like we're supposed to lose there.
Lose, yeah.
Now, if they had a bunch of turnovers and stuff like that, then I'd be like, okay, guys.
Okay, yeah, you could attribute some of that to that, but I mean, tonight, man, it's just one of those. It's just I don't think I've ever seen kids sit that long in a game. He pretty much sat the whole game.
I mean, what could he do?
No,
I mean,
and that's the thing. Is like he can do nothing. So he's like, man, I'm finna save my legs tonight. I'm gonna sit over here and I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna watch the game like a civilian.
you know he like to do that.
Especially on games like this, man. Man, I don't know what's going on with this slump with Max Christie. Somebody need to talk to him or something, rub it back or something. 2 points. 1 for 13? Yeah, 1 for 13. Yeah, 1 for 13, man. That's
I think the pressure's getting to him, man.
So you think because he's on the scouting report now that
Not
additional
just
pressure.
that. Like Dallas is coming in as a team under man. Like Dallas has to play dang near perfect, man, to win. Like, and that pressure can build, and it can be a lot to handle when you know that, like, man, like I have to score. Like before, his scoring was good; it was a nice addition. But now he's in the position to where I gotta score. Like when we had Kyrie and AD, like it was like, okay, if he scored, like, oh, cool, man, he going off. But now he has to score. Like those guys have to. Najee Marshall, like all those guys have to score. And so, like when you don't, now you looking up and like, hey, we're down 10. Then you look up again, dang, we down 20. And it's just like, and that pressure just keep him out. And now you're taking bad shots. And so I just think the pressure, and he's young, man, and the pressure's on him. And you know, you're in a situation to where the team is just really looking for somebody to lean on, man.
Yeah.
Like somebody that we can go to, basically play in, play out. You know, and Kid basically said, you know, they asked Kid a question. Who do you look to be a number one guy? He said, we ain't got one.
He did say that.
And the media was kind of like dumbfounded of him saying, he was like, we don't have a number one player. I don't look to nobody to be a number one player.
I mean, what do they expect? I mean, they say they want honesty, but then when they get it, then they want to clutch their pearls.
They don't want honesty, man. They're looking for a story. That's what media does. That's how media thrives. Just think about it. We're media. We thrive on stories on either platform we do. We're talking about the Mavericks tonight. It's a story we're talking about. Like media thrives on story. They're looking for a story. So they're looking for him to say, oh, well, we look at this guy to be number one. So now they can go and talk about this, like, well, Kid said so-and-so is a number one. And it's like, no.
Tell me where he was wrong.
You know, but no, he said, we don't have a number one guy.
No.
I'm not looking at nobody to be number one. I'm not looking at nobody to carry us offensively. We don't have that. We just playing hard. That's all I have.
Yeah.
My message to the guys is play hard. That's it. We don't have nothing else. There's nothing else that I can demand out of them.
Yeah.
Hard. That's the only thing they can control. Just the effort. And they play hard. They do. They're just undersized, man.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, man. Yeah. At this point, man, well, it's hard to do that because I will say lose out, but Phoenix keep losing out too.
Phoenix ain't no help. And they got a hard schedule, so
yeah,
man, I don't see us. And then San Antonio, I think they're going to sit Fox. So
he broke his finger, so he out for the year.
So I don't see them doing nothing. Then Sacramento, I don't see them jumping that many games ahead.
But they in what place they're in?
Sacramento, or they in?
They're in like 7th.
Sacramento is in 12th.
No, Sacramento's in 9th. So they dropped because they was in 7th.
So who's behind? So it's Suns. Who's behind the Suns? Spurs.
Portland. No, Spurs is behind Portland.
Okay, so Portland, how many games they behind?
How many games Portland behind?
Of the 10 seed.
So we're 10. Phoenix is 11th, and then Portland's 12. So
Yeah, how many games they behind?
So they are like 4 games behind us for that 10th spot. But they're on a 5-game losing streak. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't see nobody that's gonna put together some games. Like, you don't see Portland winning 5 games.
No.
Trying to get to the 10 seed, and then Phoenix, they got a tough schedule coming up.
And they're only 1 game behind us.
They got to play Milwaukee and all these teams here, man. And I don't see them. I don't see them beating. I don't see them beating these teams they got coming up, man. Like, they march, man. They end the March is crazy. They play Cleveland, Milwaukee, Boston, Minnesota, Houston Rockets, Bucks, Celtics, Knicks. Those are all the games. And then after the Knicks, they play Golden State, and then they play OKC. They can lose almost all those games.
Well, AD, PJ, gonna get back in shape, man, because I thought we was gonna get out of that, but we not.
I literally just named 10 or 12 games of like top-notch teams that Phoenix are gonna have to go through.
Yeah, we not getting out of that.
And Dallas so happened to have one of the easiest schedules to end the season. So, like, it's in our favor if guys get healthy to be the 10th seed. So, like, no matter how much we want to tank, it's just realistically, it's just not there, because we would need Phoenix Suns to actually take over. But the gauntlet of their schedule is coming up. Like, they play Boston twice, Cleveland, Golden State, Minnesota, OKC. Like,
and they playing Sac tonight. They up 59-57 at the moment. But we know how that can change. Yeah, man. Now we might well going to get our guys, them get in shape and bring them back, man, and try to make the best of it.
That's why I got out the whole tanking. I was like, man, we can't even tank because there's no teams behind us that's going to take over.
That's making the surge to even. Yeah, man. Yeah, we might. Yeah, and then especially if we get AD back,
we get AD. If we get AD, PJ,
it's a chance.
Then Lively is right there. So you're potentially getting Lively, PJ, and AD back at the same time.
And I think PJ he's like literally right. He's game time decisions now. So I think it's more so just like getting in shape or that type of thing. Yeah, and then D Live, he's out the boot. He's been out the boot for about a week now.
He's been actually doing one-on-one drills.
So I think it's just conditioning for him now.
AD's been doing a little practicing. So like those guys are like right there to do it. And Gafford to be evaluated in 2 weeks. Yeah. So like he's not terribly far off.
So like very well next week we can have at least 2 of those guys back.
It's very likely that you can have PJ and AD back. You get PJ AD back, with a weak schedule,
you're gonna,
like it's just no tanking unless those guys just don't play. Like it's just no tanking. No, I mean just on defense alone, you're just gonna win games.
And then when those guys come back, then front runner, then Dinwiddie's gonna come back and actually play.
Oh, Dinwiddie gonna be hooping. He gonna be hooping. When you put Dinwiddie on the team with some stars,
front runner. That's my new name for him. He's front runner.
He wanna get out there like an all-star. And then he'll tell you, like, I'm like that. It's just it's politics.
Shut up.
Man, no politics. Look how you playing now.
Right now, you got all the opportunity in the world, and there's only one player out, well, two players out there that's taking full advantage of it, and that's Brandon Williams and Najee Harris. Najee Harris.
Clay's been hooping from recent game. He had a bad
Najee.
game tonight, but
Najee Marshall. Well, I mean, that's
Najee,
expected from Clay. I mean, he's 35, bro. I mean,
but he been putting up
yeah,
some numbers.
he been putting up some numbers. But you know, when you're 35, man, you're gonna have these type of nights, man. Just like,
I mean, they gave him a lot of attention. He come out their screen, they was trapping his
Well,
deal. Like, yeah, you
you
get
ain't
that
getting this
ball
off.
up.
If you get it up, you're gonna throw it up.
You know, but you have that, man, of those type of games, man. But the gauntlet of this schedule, man, the gauntlet of this team, or the thing that that Dallas is facing, these are the type of things that either break a team or make a team.
Yeah.
Because now it's real easy to get in a mind frame of losing. Because you look at your team and you're saying, man, we're going out here night in, night out. Like, realistically, there's no way that we can win. Right? Like, we don't have a big. Like, we need some semblance of a big. Like, we just do.
And we can't even go get a big off the street. The way
Can't do.
Nico messed this up.
He messed the books up. You gave away all the two-way players. I mean, and then the luck we have, we signed a big in Kai Jones.
Balled out.
He balls out and gets hurt. But he's another one that's going to be coming back because he's under contract. So you're going to have a plethora of bigs, all fresh.
Yeah, they're going to be fresh. That's for sure. That is for sure. It's just
disheartening, man. Because, like, what is the direction of this team? Like, excluding this year, right? This year has been absolutely atrocious. It's been absolutely crazy. Excluding this year, what is the direction of this team?
Bro, ain't no direction in this team. It is no direction of this team. Our direction is in LA.
Our future's in LA for sure. But I'm saying, like, from what he's doing, or for what he says he's putting together, what is that direction of what you're putting together?
Like I said, because he got AD, and then hopefully Kyrie opts back in. If he do, they're gonna go and get KD. So we're gonna have all these 30+-year-olds on the team to try to win now. That's what all it's gonna be. And then in 2 to 3 years, we're gonna be at the bottom of the bottom of the bucket.
He's gonna resign.
He's gonna resign or get fired. Either of the two.
He ain't gonna get fired. He already showed his hand. They asked him about 5 or 6 years. He said, "Oh yeah, there's a good chance I won't be here."
Yeah.
So he's letting you know, like, once I win a championship or two, I'm gone.
So in, I said, next 5 years, yeah, he's not going to be here. But yeah, so they're playing the very short-term game, banking on these guys coming together and winning a championship or two, or at least being contention.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Kidd resigns.
I could see that.
At the end of this season, I would not be surprised if Kidd says, "You know what?"
Because his whole demeanor this whole time has been pissed off.
Like, even his media, like, when they ask him, he's just like, "I don't know." Okay, what y'all planning on doing when y'all get AD back? I don't know.
He's like, they doing all this behind my back, so I
Kids
really
say I
don't
don't.
know.
Kids say I don't know what's going on. I don't know who gonna be here, who ain't gonna be here, who gonna play,
He's like,
who ain't gonna play,
I go home, I come back, and Luka's gone.
and the whole team gone.
And man, we need to, for sure, whoever this training staff is, they got to go.
Man, he ain't going nowhere.
That whole training staff got to go, bro.
They terrible, man. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, we did have 9 players tonight. Now we back down to 8.
Do you think that the Houston Rockets gonna try to go out and get KD?
The Rockets, they're not gonna have the. They're not gonna have the.
They're gonna trade. They're gonna trade.
Who they gonna trade?
They're gonna get some of them young pieces up.
They ain't got enough to cover what KD money. Yeah, ain't got enough for that. Like, realistically, like Dallas is probably one of his only destinations where, quote unquote, you can win now, as well as Dallas has the money.
If you Kyrie, would you go to Houston? Play with Şengün,
You play with Şengün and Jalen Green,
Amin Thompson,
Thompson. What's the other boy there?
Brooks, and all them guys.
You could very well go there. They got some nice young pieces, man. You know, you can lead them young guys, man. They got a promising future. You could go there, man.
Reason why I say that is because he can fall back to his natural role as the number 2 guy.
And let Jalen Green play the point. Is he playing the point, Jalen Green?
Van Fleet.
Well, Glenn, we gonna have to go to the bench if Kyrie come there.
Van Fleet ain't gonna be there.
He's like, oh, I ain't gonna be there.
I ain't gonna be Van Fleet ain't gonna be there. I'm gonna tell you that now.
Well, I mean, then Kyrie gonna have to play the point then if Blaine Lee ain't there.
But Kyrie gonna be in Dallas, and I'm gonna tell you why. Kyrie has an option. Even if he opts out his option, no team can give Kyrie more than Dallas can give him.
And I think he kind of found a home here. Not just team wise, but just kind of.
And then I think he's mature because he found a fan base that's rallied behind him. And boy, if he leads his fan base,
it's gonna be a ride here in downtown Dallas, boy. This is gonna be a ride, boy. And I am not joking. I am not joking.
The acting owner, the guy who's doing the day-to-day, he says his explanation for trading Luka Doncic. He says we traded Luka Doncic because we thought it would make us more dangerous and people would be scared to look across to see AD and Kyrie. Let me preface by saying this. He doesn't know basketball, guys. So he doesn't understand like players. So he gets most of his information from media. And so all last year, all he heard was, oh, Luka, he can't do this. Luka can't do that. And so he's thinking, I need to go out and get a guy who can do that. Not understanding, like, man, we're in the finals. Like, we're close. Like, we have a championship team. Let's build up on this championship team we got. Keep the core you have. And bring in some better guys, the nucleus. And the guy that we traded to Philadelphia, Quentin Grimes said, "Yeah, I thought we had a championship team," and he said, "I did not see this coming." He's like, and he like the guys, us in the locker room, we felt like we had a legit run at the finals. And then he said when Luka got traded, he knew it was over. And we see what Quentin Grimes over there doing. So
My 6-year-old son couldn't even make sense of the trade. A 6-year-old. And you got a whole 50, 60-year-old guy. Even if you don't know a lot about basketball, if you just watched the game,
man,
just purely just watching it.
It don't matter because you can watch something and not have an understanding of what you're watching.
Well, that's obvious because for him to say that, I'm flabbergasted by that. For you to get up there and say it with a straight face, they need to force them to sell the team.
Man, I don't know. Man, but the world of the NBA, man, we have several teams that are surging, so several teams that are falling. Man, what's your take, man, on the changing of the guards of as far as the young bloods who are rising in the NBA? And for as the old heads who are kind of they hanging on in there, but they're on their down years, on the last half of their career. So those guys like Curry, KD, Bron, all those guys.
I mean, those guys, they still hooping. They hooping at a high level. I mean, far as young guys, it's only a handful, not even a handful, really. You have Luka, Tatum, Brown,
Jokic.
Jokic is like he's kind of in that middle spot. He's like because he's 30, 31 now.
Yeah, Jokic is.
Then Giannis, he's like 30, 31 now. So they're kind of like in that middle of that spectrum.
I ask you this: do you think Edwards will be the player that everybody think he is, or he will be?
As far as his potential,
do you think that he will?
Only way that I say he would if he gets a strong vet around him to show him how to be a pro. Now, if he never gets that, no. He needs a vet, like not just like an old head, but a strong vet.
I'm just saying, for his game.
That's what I'm saying. He needs a strong vet to show him how to play. He doesn't know how to play right now.
What in his game that needs to improve or that needs to go to the next level?
Because right now he's like the typical young baller. Is either a layup or a dunk or a three. It's no mid-range game. It's no decisiveness. The game situations, knowing when to get your teammates involved, that doesn't exist for him right now in this game. And that's why I say he needs a strong veteran to show him that, so he know what's to work on, so he can't reach that. But if he never gets that, it's just gonna be what this is.
I agree with that, and also to add to that, one thing, if you pay attention especially in the playoffs, one thing that kills young players, they can't handle a double team.
Facts.
It totally takes them out of the game.
You get frustrated.
They can't kill a team out of it. They don't know how to function in it. They're gonna either turn the ball over or they're just gonna they're gonna stop getting the ball altogether.
Yeah.
And this is what I see out of a lot of young players, or why they don't go far in the playoffs. Young guys that can handle the double team go far. The Lukas, the Jokic's, Giannis, like they can handle the double teams because I can make you pay if you double team me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make the right pass 9 times out of 10.
10, right.
But like when you see like young guys like Devin Booker, like he start getting trapped, it's a lot of this and he's holding it. It's like, oh man.
Yeah.
Same with Anthony Edwards.
See, he needs somebody like Pat Bev or somebody that's gonna get in your face and make you like the year that MB won his MVP. Pat Bev was there and was on his neck. You need somebody that's gonna push you, that can get in your face, that ain't scared of you, that has some respect in the league.
Well,
you need somebody, and I'm not saying it has to be exactly him, but you need somebody that's gonna.
You don't know how to make your teammates better,
right?
So like the pieces you have around them, like you don't know how to utilize them to the ultimate. That's what makes like Jokic so dangerous. It's not only he can score, but the guys around him, he makes them look good.
Yeah.
Like the same with Luka. He makes guys around him look good. You know, Giannis too. Like he plays with guys, he makes them look good. Like all the attention that I'm getting, that guy shine around me off that attention. And so like that's the biggest like thing I had against like Shea. Like Shea gonna get 30. You can mark it down, he gonna get 30. But that's it.
That's a fact.
Like he's not gonna make guys around him look good. He's just gonna get buckets. And it really just shows, like it showed in the playoffs. Anthony Edwards is the same way. He's gonna get buckets. He just guys around him just not gonna get better. Like you mean to tell me he could not be dominant with him and Karl Anthony Towns running pick and roll, pick and pop?
And they never ran it.
They just refused to run it out of those two.
They never ran
it. And in
the
playoffs, I was so happy because I was like, yes. Like, but that was a wrinkle that I was looking at, and I'm like,
and
man, why
they never did it.
Why they don't run? And last year, even Dallas ran pick and roll with Kyrie and Luka.
Yep, sure did.
They didn't run a ton of it, but they ran it to be like, man, this hey.
This is a possibility.
hey, now don't play with us because we, we will,
Yep.
And so it was that, and Dallas was even so diabolical with it to where Luka would get the switch with the big, pull him out, and then they'll run the screen and roll with him and Kai. Now the big is deciding: do I
stay or do I roll with it? Yep.
Like those are the type of things that you can do when you have those type of dynamic players on your team. And like the more you make your teammates better, man, the better it is for you. It's better because teams now they can become indecisive. Because like, man, if I go trap him, like if you go trap Jokic, you're like, man, Michael Porter, like, man, Jamal Murray, like,
yeah,
it seems like they just don't miss a thing.
Facts.
Or even Boston, like, man, you go trap, man, I go trap this guy, like Devin White just don't miss.
Yes.
Like, It's just.
Ever
But
since he
thing
shaved his
is,
head, he don't miss.
you know, uh, it's just those guys like that.
So let me ask you this. So since we're kind of on the same page as far as Anthony Edwards, who would be a good veteran for him to kind of help him to reach that potential?
Well, for one, I think they need another coach. So I would start there. I would get another coach. And guess who I would believe that would be a really good coach for them?
Who's that?
Jason Kidd.
I knew you was gonna say that. I knew it. Well, Jason Kidd's gonna actually challenge him. So.
Well, not only challenge him, but Jason Kidd is real big on exploiting things. And so like his game to game changes would actually help Anthony Edwards. Like last year the coach was clueless. Like he didn't know what changes to make. Like he would go to the game, he won't make any changes. Like, man, you ain't gonna make no changes. Then next game he'll make a change. Like, why you make that change?
Yeah.
He did everything but what he should have did, which was bring Rudy Gobert off the bench and start Nas Reed.
He's still starting to Gobert.
That way, if you did that, let Anthony Edwards really, really get a chance to go off. Because now you can go 5 out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when the help comes, it'll be easier for him to see where the double's coming from because everybody spread. But they was trapping off of the Rudy Gobert screen because they're not worried about Rudy shooting. They like, not worried about him shooting. I'm not even worried about him trying to dribble to the rim. Forget Rudy. That's how Dallas was. Like, forget him.
Mm-mm. It's 4 against 5 out here.
If you scream Rudy, we trapping you. No matter who it is. It didn't even have to be Anthony Edwards. We're trapping you. They tried to run screen with Carl Anthony Towns with Rudy Gobert. They was just trapping Towns. Like, I don't care. Throw it to him.
That was nasty anyway. Yeah.
And so he's really good at he's really good and making game to game adjustments. He's really good at putting players in the right situation. Now his in game adjustments, I'm not a big fan of. He don't really make them, but his game to game adjustments are really good. Me and him are pretty much spot on. Like if I say like this is what Kidd needs to do, 9 times out of 10 next game, that's probably what's gonna happen. And so Kidd, but also I think they need a new coach first and foremost. Gotta have another coach. Then, for as the leadership aspect, I think the only person that will get Anthony Edwards is somebody who has some past success.
So do they need a ring or just success?
I mean, if they don't have a ring, they have to have a lot of success or a lot of cachet in the league for him to actually take the constructive criticism. So, like, if he gets on him, he can actually take it. Like when Anthony Edwards played for Team USA, like Bron them was on him, and he just took it.
Took it. Yeah. You gotta respect the success.
Like no matter who Bron yelled at or.
So I guess, is he really anybody out there?
They said they might make a trade for KD.
They don't have the space. They can't pay Rudy all that money. Anthony
They're
Davis
gonna
all
trade
that
Rudy.
money.
Rudy gonna be in the trade. Rudy's making about what KD making.
Yeah, which is crazy. But even KD, that's not he's not a leader. So it's gonna
If
probably
Utah
be
was smart, if I was Utah got a ton of first round picks. I give 4 first round picks for a young star. And then I'll draft Cooper Flag. And I have Laurie Markin, Cooper Flag, and the young star.
But that season flip will be crazy. That would be crazy.
I give Philadelphia.
You breaking up.
I'm back.
Yeah. Now what you say?
I give 4 first round picks to Philadelphia for Tyrese Maxey.
4?
And I have Tyrese Maxey, Laurie Marketing, and I'll draft Cooper Flag. And I got Kessler Edwards already at the center. I got John Collins. I got the Kendricks coming back out the injury. I got Sexton already.
And young boy George, Cavante George.
I got Cavante George.
Yeah, well, you make some noise for sure.
The reason why I said 4, because this is the only thing that's going to make teams want to do it. Because you're talking about a young star. You're not talking about a seasoned vet, like somebody who only got 2-3 years. It'd be stupid to trade. You want somebody that can grow with the team because y'all not championship ready. You're hoping to be championship ready in the next 3 to 4 years. So that's why you need someone young enough that can grow with the team.
Do you think that Maxey secretly wants out of Philly?
I don't know if he wants out. I just think he's sick of Joel. I just think he's hoping that Joel would just go. Because he's sick of Joel of not playing or always up. So we can never be, because our supposedly best player can't team because I suppose so that could be frustrating.
Yeah.
And then you get Paul George. He look washed.
He do. But yeah, and I think Embiid, he's gonna be one of those players you just gonna have to literally just kick out. He's one of the ones that's just gonna keep hanging around until you just kick him out.
Well, they paid him.
Yeah,
they just paid him.
When did they extend him? Was it just this offseason? Huh? Or last offseason?
So. Either this season or season 4. It's a fresh contract. It's big money.
Yeah, so they stuck,
so
bro.
You just paid him.
So that's what I'm saying. That's why I question it then, secretly, even though he hasn't said anything, that he might want out, because it's gonna be hard to move that, bro. With Embiid, you damaged the goods. You got all that money.
They're gonna move. They're gonna try to move Embiid first before they move Maxey.
Who's gonna want Embiid without? You don't even know Embiid gonna play again.
Unless Maxey just come out and just say, I want to go. I want to trade.
I wouldn't be surprised in the offseason he asked for one.
I ask you this: would you trade Kyrie Irving for him?
Because age-wise, it's perfect, because he's only 21, 22. He's real young. But is he a franchise guy though? And that would be my only question. Is he a franchise guy, or is he just just a really good player?
I don't know. Like he hasn't
Now,
had a team to really find out
yeah, so it's
exactly
kind of that
what he could
what
be.
he is. I'm
Is he just a Kyrie Irving though?
that's what I'm saying. He may just be a Kyrie Irving, just a younger Kyrie Irving. He could very well just be that, which is good. But it's not a
Really good.
it's not a franchise
It's not
guy.
a number one guy on. It's going to be hard to get a number one guy.
Yeah.
That's why generally when teams get him, they hold on to him because
They never let him go, Nico. They don't trade him.
Don't just everything.
You don't let him go,
man. But the world of sports, man, the world of sports been crazy, man. It's been going crazy. We'll touch on this last. We'll get ready to get up out of here. How do you about the LeBron and Stephen A? For those who don't know, LeBron approached Stephen A. I believe it was at the end of the game or whatever, but they was on the court. LeBron saw him, walked up on him, and approached him, and had some issues with him about what Stephen A. had said about his son. What's your take?
I kind of see, in a sense, both sides of it. I understood why LeBron did what he did as a father. You want to protect your kids. You always do. But at the same time, he's an adult now, a young adult, and he's in the NBA. So it's going to come with some criticism, whether it's fair or not. It does. And so I know with him confronting Stephen A., especially with old media, it kind of puts another target on his back. With him already having all the other criticism that he had, which is very unfair. And we spoke about this previous times before. But it's kind of one of those things, man. Yeah, I know you want to confront him then and there, but maybe it's one of those things. Maybe y'all would have chopped it up in the back or something like that, man. Because at the end of the day, it kind of puts a bigger mark on Bronny's back as a just as a mark, man, for old media to talk about. Now I think new media don't care.
You're breaking up a little bit.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I said, yeah, so it kind of puts a mark on Bronny's back with old media. Now new media really don't care about that. But old media, it just kind of gives them another like I said, a mark on their back, so give them something to talk about, and they're gonna ride it to the ground. You freezing?
You freezing? We both freezing.
Yeah, we both freezing. I don't know what's going on tonight. Let me see. So, guess stream is healthy there. Guess it's just glitching. Maybe it's something with StreamYard. StreamYard may be glitching. But yeah, it's one of the things.
I guess I don't know, man. I guess my take on it is both sides, but I think Bron could have took it a little better if they was talking about all the.
You breaking up?
He feel that
you breaking up? Hold on, give me a second. Let me see. Yeah, a little bit is lagging. Let me see if I can open my doors. See if my connection may be a little bit better for me.
Here, let's see.
Okay, hopefully it's okay. Then he said,
But, I think Brum could have took it a little better if Stephen A. and all the old media was talking about every draft pick and talking about the draft picks of what they are and what they aren't. It just seemed like it's just a Bronny bashing show, because whenever they do talk about the draft picks, it's just Bronny. It's nobody else is brought up. Not Alex Sarr, not nobody. And so I think that's why Bron was like, "Nah, I'm gonna confront you because I believe this is to be malicious, because you're not talking about nobody else in the draft but Bronny." So yeah, you can sit there and say, "Oh, I'm just critiquing this game." Like, well, what about the other draft picks? What about the number 1 draft pick, or the number 2, or the number 3, and number 4? What about them? Why aren't you critiquing their game, or what they're doing, or what they're not doing? You're not, because it's a Bronny bashing show, because it's popular to do so. If you bash Bronny, your ratings are gonna go through the roof. That's why Bron did what he did. It's not about his game. You have a personal vendetta, and old media has a personal vendetta. None of the good stuff he done in the summer league. No. He's been absolutely balling. Look at some of the other draft picks in the summer league. They're not playing well.
or playing.
Or even playing, for that matter. But none of those guys are brought up. They're playing. It's just Bronny. And I'm down with critiquing a player for his play. That is your job as a media. That's what we do here. We critique teams. We critique players. We critique what's going on in sports. That's what we do. But here we do it on an even playing field. There's no vendetta versus a single player. And that's what the media has done with Bronny James. And that's why LeBron was hot. And that's why he stepped in as a father. Because I feel you have a vendetta against my son. He's not mad because he's critiquing Bronny. He's mad because you targeting him. And that's why I said he would have felt a lot better if you was talking about more than just Bronny. If it was more than just the 55th pick in the second round. Number 1 pick, the number 2 pick. Yeah, he would feel a lot. He would be like, hey, cool.
Let me ask you this. And I heard this on Carmelo's podcast. He had D Wade on, and they was speaking about this as well. And D Wade kind of alluded to that. This kind of was also allude to what you're saying, but also kind of a buildup of how they've been bashing Bron all these years. So it's kind of just like a buildup. And so with them starting to bash Bron like they are, it kind of just took them over the top. Do you think that may have played a part in that as well?
I mean, yeah, but like, it's not even about that. Like, that's his son. So, like any other father, if you feel like somebody's targeting your son, you're going to react. Regardless of what your son does or what his profession is. If you feel like somebody's targeting him, you're going to react. Any father out there, if your son is on a football field, basketball court, and you feel like somebody's targeting your son, you're going to react.
That's a fact.
Like Bron can care less about what they say about him, or even if they are critiquing his game. He just feel that his son is being targeted and unfairly targeted. And his reasoning for that is you're not targeting any of the draft picks. It's just whenever you talk about the draft, it's just Bronny. That's it.
So do you think they're gonna fall back a little bit, or you think they're gonna wrap it up?
Oh no, because it's ratings. This is the reason why they're targeting Bronny. They're targeting him because of ratings.
So is this kind of gonna be the modern day Skip Bayless LeBron dynamic?
For as long as they can do it.
I mean, specifically with Stephen A. Is that gonna kind of be the dynamic?
I don't think Stephen A will be as bad as Skip, but Stephen A is doing it because it's popular. Like he's a popular guy. He's a guy to do what that jumps on the popular train. Like he's that guy. Like when it was popular to bash Luka, he was on that. Now he's not on that no more. When it was popular to bash Russell Westbrook, he was on it. Like he's a guy that's following the trends as a media guy because he's looking for the hot story, the popular story. So it's popular to bash Bronny. It's not popular to bash Alex Sarr, even though he's the number one pick.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't even talk about the rookie of the years. Like they don't even bring this up.
They haven't said nothing about it this year. It's no rookie of the year race. None of that.
Which I believe that Stefan Castle is going to end up winning it.
Yeah.
But they don't even talk about the young guy. He's not getting no shine, no love.
Yeah, he ain't getting no part in the press. Yeah.
Which you would think that he would be getting the bulk of the press because he's probably playing the best.
Yeah, fella hooper.
But he can't even get no love because you're targeting. This is what we mean. This is what I mean by targeting. You're targeting Bronny so bad that Stefan Castle can't even get no love. And this is why Bron said, who would want to be the face of the league? Because look how you treat the players. Look how you treat our NBA players. If you're supposed to be a fan of the game. Most people watch the game to see who they can tear down. They're not watching the game to see who they can build up.
That's true.
Who wants to be the face of that? You have Stefan Castle, who's probably going to be the rookie of the year, who's getting absolutely zero publicity. And we wonder what's wrong with the NBA. That's what's wrong with the NBA. The stuff that's supposed to be getting highlighted isn't getting highlighted. The stuff that ain't is. LeBron confronting Stephen A. shouldn't be highlighted. Bronny James shouldn't be highlighted. He's a second-round pick. He was almost dead last. He shouldn't be highlighted.
Boy.
Like, this is what's wrong with the NBA. We do not highlight things that need to be highlighted. Let's highlight how Pat Riley is running Miami. Let's highlight that. Let's highlight Luka. Let's run that through on what he did. Let's run that segment every day.
Mm-mm.
Because that's bad for basketball. Let's run those stories. Let's highlight the stuff that needs to be highlighted. Let's really dig in and get to the bottom of certain stuff. Let's run the highlights of Mikal Bridges asking Tibbs, "Hey, you running us in the dirt, bruh? Play some of these subs. We playing 40 minutes every night. Let's highlight that."
You run them like a dog.
He dogged these players every year. He does, and everybody skip over it. Nobody talks about it. But his players always come playoff time. At the end of the year, they always end up hurt or they always end up dog tired. They start the year off fantastic. And then at the end of the year, they look just like they look. Jalen Brunson hurt. And guys look like they run out of gas, like Mikal Bridges, like, man, I'm tired. And he's a guy that hasn't missed a game. The only guy in the NBA. And he's saying this. I can't hear you.
See, he haven't missed the games in the pros, high school, or college. He's never missed
That's
a game.
what I'm saying.
And for him to say that,
So
that's
he's saying this. He's like Iron Man. He's saying this. Hey, I feel tired. My body feels tired. My body hurts. Let's run those stories. Let's run the story of why Phoenix Suns ain't in the play-in. Let's run that. Let's run stories like that. That's basketball. How you got 3 stars? Let's run those type of stories. Not these petty stories of, oh, y'all drafted Ronnie James. They drafted a 2nd round pick, which most picks don't play. They're a developmental project. He was a 2nd round pick. He's a developmental. Ends up being a great player. Kawhi Leonard. He was a developmental guy. Ends up being a great player. Draymond Green. Developmental guy. Ends up being a great player. But their first few years, they wasn't that good. They were just trying to get on the court. Draymond Green wasn't playing at all. It took him a while to find his niche. And thankful to Mark Jackson to help him find his niche of how he can actually thrive in the NBA. Because the team he was on, with the way that he played, he just wasn't going to play over those guys.
Yeah.
David West and all those guys, he just wasn't going to play over those guys. So he had to find a way to how I can impact the game. Hey, I'm going to defend my tail off, and I'm going to play make. And I'm going to do a lot of this dirty work.
Mm-hmm.
The same with Patrick Beverly. He had to find his niche. He had to go overseas and then come back. And then he had to find a way to thrive in the NBA. For those who don't know about Patrick Beverly, this is a guy who averaged 40 in high school in Chicago. He was a bucket. To get to the NBA, for them to tell you, no, we don't need you to do that. But this is what you've been doing all your life. So now you lose confidence because now you can't do what you think that you're good at. And so now you have to adopt another role. And so he did. He ended up adopting another role, ended up having a long career. And Bronny James is going to end up doing the same thing. In 2 or 3 years, he's going to find his niche.
They're gonna be all over his sack.
The kid has a great skill set, man. He just don't know how to use it. Just don't know how to navigate and how to really blend into a team, into the NBA team that he's on. Once he finds it,
On the table. On the table. Oh,
you know.
yeah, man.
So, man, that's what's wrong. That's what's wrong with the NBA, man. That's the problems we have, man. The stories we want to run, the narratives we want to push. It's the problem with the NBA. We don't want to talk about what the real issues are, the real stories are, and then the players that are doing good, they don't get no love. They don't get no shine. They don't get no praise. Stephon Castle gonna be the rookie of the year. Get no praise.
Yeah, man.
We don't even know who the most improved guy gonna be. Don't get no praise.
Let's do this then. Let's do this on our next show. We're gonna have a segment, man. We're gonna do Rookie of the Year, MVP, Most Improved, Defensive Player. What's the other award they give?
6 man.
6 man. So let's do that, man. So we're gonna at least here, man. We're gonna show some people some love, man, because
they talk
not doing
absolutely nothing about those guys, which they should be getting praise for what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Which helps people to learn about the players in the NBA.
Yeah.
Which also helps the player so that if my stock rises and my cachet rises, my money rises.
Facts. That's a fact.
If ain't no drama behind it, they not talking about it.
Got it. Yeah. Gotta have some dirt on it, man.
Stephon Castle needs to dang near go streaking. Don't do that, young fella.
Don't do that, man.
Just keep hooping, man. Don't listen to that.
San Antonio PD don't play, man. Don't do that.
Don't listen to your big cousin Daniel, man. I ain't gonna get you in no trouble, man. Don't mess your money up.
No, don't mess your paper, man. But before we get out of here, I know that said we're gonna give our picks on our next broadcast, but we also, man, we're announcing, man, we're gonna do a playoff bracket for the East and the West. Did we say we was gonna do the play-in as well? Do one for the play-in, or just once they set?
We're just gonna, when the playoffs is set, we're gonna go through a playoff bracket and you pick your teams and where they're gonna fall once it's set, and we'll see who wins or who comes out. Who comes out the East, who comes out the West.
And if you want to participate, man, email us at letthatbeknown1podcast@gmail.com, and we'll send you over a bracket, man, so you can participate with us on this bracket, man. We think it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be interesting, especially in the West. It's definitely gonna be interesting, man. Any other announcements, man, before we?
No, but man, shout out to everybody, man, that's been rocking with us on social media, man. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting, man. That's been liking and commenting, and everybody who's been watching. We've been popping up, man, more frequently, so we appreciate you watching, man. So we don't take it lightly, man. We're really new. We're just not getting our feet wet, so man, we appreciate all the love and support, man. We can't say it enough. But man, you get a chance, man, like, man, share, subscribe. It don't cost you nothing, man. So we love you guys. We enjoy the support. Man, tune in with us, man. On the next live, man, we're gonna have fun, man. We're gonna make it real fun. And follow us on social media, man, and let that be known, man. We got a lot of stuff in store, man. Hang with us, man. We love you guys, man.